Alright, hey everybody, it's me BaRKy, and I'm here with another mod showcase from Rimworld Alpha 16, and this is the expanded Prosthetics and Organ Engineering. And what this mod allows you to do is to build artificial organs and limbs and then outfit your colonists with these limbs and organs. Like if we take a look at Itamu over here, you can see that he has a bionic jaw, an AI chip in his brain, ears, bionic spine, artificial heart, synthetic liver, stuff like that. If we take a look at Zoe, she has this golden eye, which gives her half vision. Kind of makes things worse. But stuff like that, it allows you to effectively make Adam Jensen's out of your colonists. But more importantly than enhancing them, it allows you to save a colonist. Like say for example, you have a colonist who got shot and a bullet, I'm tempted to say ricochet, but let's say a bullet ricocheted and hit them and it destroyed their stomach. For example, you can now craft a surrogate organ. If I go over here, like surrogate stomach, and you can replace their stomach with this one, which actually works and they can use it. The efficiency won't be the same, but it'll still be a decent replacement, and later on you can actually turn that stomach into a synthetic stomach, which works even better than a regular one, which I think is really cool. So for example, if we take a look at Itamu, he is fully bionic in every way except for the ribs. His hearing is ridiculously high, movement is up, manipulation is up. He can do things 4 to 5 times better than a normal colonist thanks to all the artificial enhancements that he has. It's pretty crazy. Same thing with Soul actually. And Soul has 12 ribs replaced with adrenaline ribs, which give you an extra 5% of movement. So he moves an extra 200%, which is kind of crazy. So how do you use the mod? Well, first of all, you have to understand that there is a lot to research. So starting off, you need multi-analyzer for a lot of these things. But the most important thing is that later on you get such a thing called advanced components, and that's where the multi-analyzer comes off. But first off, you need microelectronic basics. After that, you can research simple prosthetics, which lets you branch into bionics, and lets you get these 4 things. So over here you can see brain surgery, rib replacements, Vancidium and advanced components, and advanced bionics. For that you need component assembly. Obviously component assembly is in the base game, so that's pretty simple. And then, although this is not the actual final research, even though it looks like it is the final one, you get synthetic organs, which requires surrogate organs. So in the game, you have Vancidium, which is this stuff over here. As you can see, Vancidium, you can make it. It is a material. You can make a high-tech research bench out of Vancidium. It's a blue material, and it's incredibly strong. Think about like beta or alpha poly from Glittertech. And how you make the Vancidium is you go to the electric smelter and it gives you an option to refine Vancidium, and that takes 1 gold, 25 steel, and 10 plast steel. Once you have enough Vancidium, you can start making advanced components, which take 5 Vancidium and 1 component each. And once you have that, you can start accessing the final tier of the mod. But the build up to that is actually pretty tame. So for example, you can get like a steel arm, which is literally just taking some steel and building that. As you can see, the manipulation for this is at 35%. So even if you had 2 steel arms, it would just barely be better than 1, which is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, it starts up with this basic prosthetics workbench, and then you work your way up to the simple prosthetics workbench. And let's just take arms for example. Obviously, as you work your way up, it gets more and more expensive. Like this takes 55 steel, 25 plast steel, 3 components. And then if you want to make a normal bionic arm, it takes 1 prosthetic arm, 35 plast steel, and 5 components. The build up continuously adds on. So for me to go here and say upgrade bionic arm, it takes 1 bionic arm, 5 advanced components. As you can see, everything kind of leads into each other. So to get an advanced bionic arm, you need to use this bench, then this bench, then this bench. And obviously these are all added in by the mod. It can get pretty crazy. You can also make AI chip over here. A lot of the things do require the research though. I did go into this, but the research allows you to build different things. Like synthetic organs aren't available unless you have the research for them, obviously. But you can still make a surrogate brain, for example, or an AI chip. But you won't be able to do surgery with it until you have this research, and rib replacements also. It's that kind of thing. All right, so wait. Why can we not make this? Don't have enough advanced components. Then you can take a look at normal bionic arm, which gives you manipulation plus 20%. So the efficiency is at 100%, but an extra 20. So in total, if you had 2 of these arms, you'd be working at 240%, which is pretty good. Especially when you lose an arm to, say, a firefight or something. So as you can see, she's busy working on it. And we're done. Anyways, I think it's pretty cool. It's I wouldn't say it's the biggest mod I've seen, but this is something that I actually cannot play without anymore. I cannot play Rimworld without EPOE or even the Raz one. I haven't messed around with it enough, but it seems to be very similar to this one. These just change the game in such a useful way, because more than this, you can actually harvest things off of people. So let me spawn in. So over here we have Ox the prisoner, and as you can see, I can harvest things out of him. Left kidney. Let's take his eye. Alright, so we're gonna operate on him now. As you can see, we can harvest his stomach. Slowly losing all of his limbs, unfortunately for him. I mean, all of his facial features, his stomach, his left lung, his left kidney. If you've been watching my streams, we've done this to quite a few prisoners, because then you can go ahead and sell these for a decent amount. Like, that's 500 each. 1,000 for the stomach, 1,500 for a lung, eyeballs 1,500 each, nose 500. So you can imagine you can almost get double the worth of a prisoner. I mean, right now you'd sell them for like 400 or so, but you can harvest close to 3,000 out of... Oh wait, more than 3,000 actually. 4,000 to 5,000 out of him. Obviously there is a mood debuff. Now you can see his moving's at 90%. Okay, that's fine. Talking at 0%, sight at 0%, because he has no eyes or ears anymore. And how long it takes him to eat food. This is at 4 times speed. It's pretty shocking. I wouldn't recommend this because it brings out the worst in people, as Rimworld does. But it allows you to do that. It gives you the option to go into extensive amounts of surgery, which is really cool. I like the game to become more dynamic. I didn't want it to become more difficult or easier in a linear sense. I want it to become more dynamic so things get harder in a better way. And I think this makes it so much more awesome because you're playing with the idea of harvesting organs and stuff like that. And it's very cool. Maybe you could even save a life. Like if your prisoner lost a leg and you had a perfectly good leg over here, for example, or a stomach. You had a perfectly good stomach, you know? Stuff like that. But that is pretty much all this mod is. It is a very big mod, and a lot of people have a major problem with the advanced components in Vancidium. I really like Vancidium. Advanced components could probably take a hike, but I really enjoy having Vancidium as like a end game resource, which solves, like, you know, it's not uranium, because uranium is obviously a small material, so it takes 20 times the amount. But yeah, tell me what you think. I think this is awesome, and I think this definitely should be in the base game for sure. It's a lot of fun to just mess around with. I'd like to hear what you think. Do you think that EPOE or Raz's surgery mod should be in the game? Anyways, hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Hey you! Thanks so much for making it to the end of my video. I really appreciate it. Editing videos is both my hobby and my passion, and with that in mind, I've decided to open up a Patreon if you'd like to support me besides in the amazing ways that my subscribers already usually do. I've got loads of perks and benefits, including having your own personally custom made colonist, being one of my default colonists in the mod showcases, special roles on Discord, joining me while I stream, monthly Q&As and podcasts. I've got it all. Come take a look. All support is always appreciated, monetarily or not. If you're a subscriber, then be sure to hit the little bell over here to always be up to date with videos I push out, and head over to the Discord if you ever want to have a deep and meaningful chat with me. And last but not least, I hope you're having an amazing day.